Hey, this is James. Welcome back to the channel. I am the unofficial mayor of Cowboy Country, and I am so glad you are here. And yes, I got my new hoodie. This is from Military Appreciation Week, and I definitely appreciate all the veterans out there. Thank you for your service. Um, and I will be wearing this on Saturday when I go to Norman. Uh, I Somebody wants to give me a hard time about being an OSU fan? Fine. Try to make fun of me for being a veteran. In fact, I'm not going to wear this hat. It's not that I'm trying to hide anything. I'm just. I'll be wearing that because I was in 4th ID when I went to Iraq. And I had a flag similar to this, the one at work. Let me show that picture real quick right here. That's the flag I had with me when I went to Iraq. And, hold on. I know I shouldn't go out of the picture while I'm shooting a video. Sorry about that. I think I've shown this to you guys before. But this blanket, this OSU blanket, was with me in 2006. So I've had this for a very long time. So, anyway, let me throw this on the couch. We'll get right to our picks. So, the interesting thing is I did all my picks, and then I'm like, well, where's the UCF game? Because I did it in order of by time. And they play at 10 o'clock. Huh? They're playing at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, according to ESPN.com. So, Navy at UCF. I've had some success picking UCF. I've seen Navy in person. They're obviously a very disciplined football team. They can run the football really well. I think over time their quarterback will get better at throwing the football because play action pass out of the option is very effective. But it's at UCF, so I'm going with the Knights. So 11 a.m. TCU at Baylor. Yes, McLean Stadium is a hard place to play. It's not the rowdiest environment because the people at Baylor are pretty nice people. I was in the military, so I like the color green. So it was, I enjoyed myself. If I wasn't an Oklahoma State fan, if I didn't go to OSU, I probably would have went to Baylor. But Max Duggan's playing lights out. He's gutty. He's gritty. They got a really good receiver. They can run the football well. They play great defense. Texas couldn't run the football against them. So I'm definitely going to go with the Frogs. Super Frog will be happy that his team will stay undefeated. Kansas State at West Virginia. Here's another example of a younger quarterback, but a very gutsy quarterback. This guy Green for West Virginia, I think, is amazing. And I think he's got so much potential. He really does. But West Virginia caught OU off guard last week, okay? And from what I'm hearing online, West Virginia is actually going to put JT Daniels back in the game. And I don't think that's a good idea. JT Daniels has more talent throwing the football than Green does. But that mix of run and pass, number one, it gives your defense time to rest, so they'll play better. Number two, it's very difficult to defend because when you're doing a run-pass option, it's very similar to if you were running the triple option, it's very assignment-driven football. The defensive end has a particular player that he has to take on. The linebacker usually has the quarterback, and then the safety that comes up has the running back, the pitch man. It's very difficult to stop. But if West Virginia goes with JT Daniels, they're going to lose because Kansas State can run the football, and they're going to keep West Virginia's offense off the field. JT Daniels isn't going to be able to get into a rhythm, and he's had too many wide receivers drop passes, which is why the run-pass option quarterback that West Virginia has, they need to go with him. So maybe they'll get through the first quarter and realize that they made a mistake and then switch quarterbacks. But either way, Kansas State's got way too many weapons. Deuce Vaughn he's like a firecracker. He's a lot of explosive power in a small package. So I'm going with the Wildcats on that one. Another 11 a.m. game, Houston at ECU. East Carolina's a decent football team. I would consider this a 50-50 football game. So considering it's at East Carolina, I'm going to go with the Pirates on that one. I used to raise my kid when I raised my kids. I used to let them watch VeggieTales all the time, and there was a song on there called "The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything." Well, these Pirates are going to do something, and they're going to win a football game on Saturday. 2:30, Texas at KU. Speaking of running quarterbacks, I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to say that there's a good chance that KU's mobile starter comes back. And even if Beal plays, he played pretty good, the last couple weeks. But I am going to go with the upset. And it would be considered a mild upset. Texas is probably favored according to Vegas odds. But it's at Lawrence, and they want to win. They want to go to a decent bowl game. I mean, they're already bowl eligible, but they want to go to a better bowl game. And so I'm picking the Jayhawks. And I'm definitely picking the Jayhawks if they get their starting quarterback back. And I have a funny feeling that their coach has been holding him out for this game. Just a gut feeling. All right, Cincinnati at Temple. Just an observation. Cincinnati and who else is it? Oh, yeah, Cincinnati and UCF, two of the four teams that are coming into the conference. They're ranked, and Texas and OU are not. Just saying. Cincinnati at Temple. Temple's a decent football team, but they struggle to fill up Lincoln Financial Field. They share the same stadium as the Philadelphia Eagles. And Cincinnati's been playing really well. I got to see Cincinnati against SMU earlier this year, and so I'm going with the Bearcats. They're a decent football team. I wouldn't say they're great, but they do deserve to be ranked, and I can't wait till they join the Big 12. That's going to be good. Oklahoma State at OU. Dun, dun, dun. I know. It's in Norman. It's a place that OSU does not win very often. Believe me, when 2001 happened and Rashawn Woods caught that touchdown in the corner of the end zone, I couldn't have been happier. There was the game where they decided to punt it back to Tyreek Hill, and Hill just ran it back for a touchdown. I think somebody posted a clip of that earlier this week, and I was flipping through Instagram, and I stopped and I watched it, and I watched it replay like 3 times. I just loved watching it. I was just like, I know what's about to happen, but I want to see it again. But unfortunately, we don't have a Tyreek Hill, and our special teams hasn't been doing all that great. But obviously, the national media saw the difference last week. Gundy's not ready for prime time. and I'm talking about the quarterback, not the coach. He will be eventually. He's got talent. Rangel's got talent. He'll get better eventually. He just doesn't have the experience that Spencer Sanders does. And when Spencer Sanders came in that game against Iowa State, the whole mood of the team changed. And he drove down the field, scored, helped seal the deal. And quite frankly, I think West Virginia showed the formula for how to beat OU, and that's with a mobile quarterback. Now, the thing is, how close to 100% is Spencer Sanders? I don't know. Robert probably does know, but he can't say it on the air. And kudos to him for being able to keep that confidential. But what it showed me last week, West Virginia showed that a mobile quarterback can expose the weakness of OU's defense. Hey, I may not like the Sooners, but I respect Dylan Gabriel. I respect their running back. He's pretty good. They got some decent athletes on the offense. Their defense is lacking. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys 27-20. It's going to be a close match. It's Bedlam. What makes a good rivalry? I mean, if OU was terrible, this rivalry wouldn't be anything. But let's just face facts. OU has a history of winning football, going all the way back to Bud Wilkinson, to Barry Switzer, to Bob Stoops. And they had a little bit of success under Lincoln Riley as well, except he wanted to go Hollywood. Good riddance to him. I hope they give Brett Venables time, because he's going to turn that ship around. He's going to get the players that he wants, and they're going to have success in the SEC. If you think that OU is going to be 7-6, 7-5 every year in the SEC, you're wrong. OU is a blue blood for a reason. And quite frankly, OU is just as good, if not better, than Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Kentucky. I mean, except for Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, and Alabama, you could put OU probably in the middle of the pack or towards the top of the SEC. I'd love to see OU Alabama in a bowl game. That would be a pretty good matchup. All right, last game, Texas Tech at Iowa State. Iowa State's defense is legit. They really are. Unfortunately, Deckers has still got some growing up to do. Tech, I really think Morton's the best quarterback that they have, but they're playing this other guy, and he's pretty good too. Kind of hoping Morton will go in the transfer portal and come on over to Oklahoma State, but wishful thinking. But I am going to pick Texas Tech. That is going to be a difficult game, but I think Tech can pull it out. Now, I'm not including Tennessee at South Carolina. I'm not including that game in my picks. I have a soft spot in my heart for South Carolina because I went to the Army Chaplain School back in 2008, and it's in Columbia, South Carolina, and that's where the Gamecocks are. And I've seen a couple games there at Williams-Brice. My heart tells me go Gamecocks, and my head says, yeah, Tennessee's going to win this one by 2 touchdowns. So that's not an official pick. I'm only picking Big 12 teams or future Big 12 teams. So, anyway, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to everybody who watches. If you are new, please hit like and subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel. I'd like to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. I know that's a lofty goal, but we'll try. And that's all you can do, right? But anyway, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to everybody who watches. I don't think I'll have a video for Thursday. Friday, we'll do Abilene Christian University's stadium on my way up to Oklahoma. Until then, have a great day.